This dude is playing 4D chess here. It's like, I think it's pretty obvious. Elon Musk wouldn't just go through all this effort, spend all this money, and then just go, hee, stock prices up. Whee! Like, no. This dude's playing something. And he turned down the board seat, which initially freaked everyone out. But it's clear that board seats come with restrictions, and Elon Musk is not a man who likes restrictions. It was interesting because a business expert came along and was talking to a podcast, and it reminded me that Elon Musk has it out for a political movement that is coursing through corporations. Tesla's SpaceX CEO and majority stockholder of Twitter, I love saying that, Elon Musk, might be out for more than just ownership of Twitter. According to one businessman, Musk's goal might be to free corporations from an oppressive leftist movement currently infecting many businesses. According to the Daily Wire, Vivek Ramaswamy sat down with John Bickley and Georgia Howe on the Morning Wire podcast, where he revealed that Musk's recent denial of a board seat on Twitter is likely Musk attempting to own over 15% of the company, or, in other words, a hostile takeover over the social media brand overall. It was then that Ramaswamy pointed out that Musk has expressed very openly that he dislikes a movement that has been plaguing corporate America for some time called the Environmental Social Governance Movement, which he defined as, quote, a political ideology that says that companies are supposed to take action to advance particular agendas. This ESG movement, guys, is a lot bigger than you think. If you wonder why corporations have gone so woke lately, it's because of this. It's not an accident. It's not a trend. The whole entire game plan is to go out, infiltrate these places, become workers, influencers, board members, and then they, from the inside, take over the company and turn the company from being like a company that sells blankets into a company that pushes political messages while they sell blankets. That's pretty much what the ESG movement is about. The ESG movement is responsible for a lot of the decisions by corporations to enact social justice actions such as environmental policies that please the Church of Climate Change, diversity and equity quotas, and focuses, and more. The ESG movement looks to slowly take over companies through political and social pressure until they effectively become message carriers for leftist politics. ExxonMobil was one of those businesses, those corporations, that got hit with ESG intent by the movement. And there's 12 seats on the board at ExxonMobil. 3 of them have been taken by these radical leftists now. That's the purpose. They go in there and they change these companies up from the inside. This is distorting the behavior of companies across corporate America, he added, in part because BlackRock and State Street and Vanguard, those are the 3 largest asset managers, they don't actually represent the shareholders. They're not the shareholder. They're the stewards of other people's money, everyday citizens' money. What makes the Elon Musk move really interesting is he's showing up as an actual shareholder with his money. Now the top shareholder of Twitter, who's going to say that I actually, as the shareholder and owner of the company, want to see that company heading in a different direction. So what this expert's effectively saying is that Elon Musk didn't, he's doing exactly what I said he was doing. He's going in there and he's saying, guess what, guys? Not only do I, own the majority of this company, I'm going to own more of it. Until basically it's just mine, and I can dictate. I become Elon Twitter Musk. Whatever Musk says goes on Twitter. Ramaswamy may be onto something here. Musk has openly denounced the ESG movement very recently, saying that the movement should be deleted if not fixed. So this wasn't that long ago. Elon Musk was responding to ARK Invest director Brett Whitten, who complained that ESG framing is backward-looking, subject to political whims, and is more focused on box-checking than actually helping companies make an impact. Through this pressure, they seized board seats and began altering the company from within, making it more of a lefty entity than a business focused on what its purpose is. It's a movement Musk wholly rejects, and one that he may be attempting to counter. So it wasn't actually that long ago. I believe that when I wrote this, it was, earlier last month. He started speaking out against the ESG movement, which is trying to infiltrate every single company. If you are a major corporation, the ESG movement has tried to exert influence on you. I think that Musk is going to come in here and completely take over Twitter, and any ESG influence, he's going to push it out. And here's the great part about that. If he does it, it may very well set a precedent for other corporations who are currently besieged by this ESG movement. Because if Elon Musk can do it, If he can do it this way or whatever, maybe other people who run their businesses can do the same. This is a huge, if this happens, this is a huge blow to the social justice left, to the woke culture in America. Massive blow. Elon Musk could be single-handedly starting the avalanche that ends the oppression on our society. That might be really hopeful of me to say. But damn. What if it's true? What if that's his guilt? What if that's his aim, his goal? Let's dive into this ESG thing a little bit more because it's a lot bigger than you think it is. It's a lot more influential than you think it is. It's actually pretty scary when you think about it. Their utilization has exponentially increased in recent years, with 98% of U.S. companies now disclosing ESG scores. 98% of U.S. companies disclosing ESG scores. If you found yourself at a loss in terms of what ESG scores actually entail, you are not alone. It is a confusing system. Yet, the implications associated with the system's implementation are important to understand. ESG scores are essentially a social credit framework for sustainability reporting. They are supposed to measure both financial and non-financial aspects of a company's overall risk profile. Companies with favorable credit ratings are therefore attractive targets for investment, whereas companies with unfavorable credit ratings are screened out. Ultimately, their utilization alters how businesses are evaluated, grading them on the basis of their commitment to social justice and environmental causes rather than traditional financial metrics. So, effectively, there are forces in our business and political world that are attempting to force almost kind of like a acceptability on certain corporations. And if you do not check certain boxes, you do not appear on this list. And this list is what many people in high places are using to encourage investors to invest. They're judging it not on how well the company is run, how much money it makes, the product, where that product sits in terms of the market at the moment. They're rating that company based on how much it obeys the social justice trends happening in the mainstream right now.